the beauty about Aeropress is it's handy,
Mm-hmm.
plastic,
Mm-hmm.
so you can put it in your bag when you're traveling, going to work. It's small. Actually, there are some grinders you can put inside.
And it's
You know,
cheap. Yep.
it's 2.5 around two
Mm-hmm.
five the average price, $50. So I don't know in this state how much they cost this, but I like it because it's an inversion method, and we can try to mimic a Kalita wave.
Nice, nice,
That's
nice.
it's just a trick, but it's I don't know. I don't do it side by side, but it's just the motion.
Mm-hmm.
And if you want to make a pour over, you use the normal style of doing aeropress, the
Mm-hmm.
non-inverted. So you put the cup already with the filter, you put it in your vessel. I'm using a.
And it's almost impossible to break.
I don't want the glass one. Sometimes I break. I don't like the plastic one. The problem is without the mouth. When you pour, you might spill the coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
I do on the Kalita or Mario server, but today we just use
Okay,
this.
let's just focus on Aeropress. All right, I think we should start now. What time is it? 3:12. Oh, there you go. Okay.
The
Hi,
CJ
Jerby.
will do it first.
Okay, we'll start with CJ first since we're just gonna tackle about.
Hi.
Hi, Jerby. What's up? Welcome. Okay, we'll start with CJ. Today we are going to discuss beans, and there are four kinds of beans. We're just gonna tackle two, which is the Arabica and Robusta. Okay, so we will start with CJ. So first, CJ Parlade, can you introduce yourself? Okay, go ahead, CJ.
Sure thing. So I'm CJ. I'm actually here in Las Vegas. So sorry if I make it too short or anything. I definitely will answer questions if you guys have anything.
Mm-hmm.
A little about my background. I've been doing coffee since late '90s. So before it was hip to be a barista, uh, basically have gone through, uh, seen the industry change in the '90s. So I've been a barista. I've been a barista trainer. I'm also a roaster. I work on espresso machines,
Nice, nice.
and I'm also a tea grader.
Sweet.
So I do almost everything in the coffee industry except for grow coffee.
Okay. All
So
right.
that's just a little bit of a
Mhm.
background. And then here in Vegas, I work for a local shop. I'm a little more behind the scenes, but I do. Lately, I've been doing a lot of stuff because of the pandemic.
Mhm.
So I'm a little more behind the bar again, making drinks and you know serving people and making people happy because we're essential.
Nice, nice. Okay. Thank you, Siege. Okay, everyone, meet CJ. Thank you, CJ, for this time. I know we have different time zones, but still, you have time for us. Well, thank you. Okay, so our discussion for today, guys, is all about Arabica and Robusta beans. So a lot of you guys, okay, there you go. So that's our topic. Okay. So yeah, first we are going to discuss with the taste. So CJ, what do you think would be the difference when it comes to taste between Arabica and Robusta?
It's going to be a very big difference.
Mm-hmm.
If you do a blind taste test with people, people are going to find that Arabica is going to be much sweeter,
Mm-hmm.
uh, and very easier on the palate.
Okay.
Whereas in Robusta, uh, it's going to be a little, depending on how it's roasted, going to be a little more harsh. Uh, they'll definitely feel the buzz on the Robusta.
I see.
Yeah. The main difference with them is normally Robustas grown on a lower elevation,
Mm-hmm.
and it since it's a lower elevation, it has more predators,
Mm-hmm.
and so with the defense mechanism the Robusta has is higher caffeine content,
Okay.
whereas an Arabica is grown in a higher elevation. It doesn't have as much caffeine as Robusta, but it's sweeter, has more sugars than Robusta.
How about the acid level, which is I've seen a lot of articles that it says that Arabica has more acid level than Robusta, or which is which. I really don't know.
Personally, I haven't had much Robusta personally, so I can't really. I've never really done a side by side comparison.
Mm-hmm.
Um, yeah, supposedly Robusta's gonna. I don't know, Lyndon. Have you know the answer on that one? If Robusta has more acidity.
Actually, Robusta has less acidity, has more so body, or and also this really the caffeine that's is the distinct thing
Okay.
because when I drink
Yeah, it's
Robusta, fine Robusta, I'm taking that time to time. You know, it's honey process, pick well, and process well. We call it fine Robusta. So it's the specialty equivalent of Robusta. They are sweet. It's almost like a Brazil, but it's you have to roast it a little bit darker
Mm-hmm.
so that remove the harshness. Is there's some roughness a little bit on it, so you need to darken a
yeah.
bit. I don't know the other one, but that's my experience.
So
Okay.
it has
And for
something to do with the roasting, right?
application,
The acid level it affects
What's
sorry,
from
that?
the roast. Like
Yes. So when you're roasting the coffee,
mm-hmm.
there's uh, organic acids that are in the coffee,
Okay.
and when you're roasting it, uh, you're trying to bring the acidity down.
Okay.
So if you roast it pretty fast, if you do a fast roast, you definitely the acidity in the coffee.
I see. Okay. So yep. So Arabica has higher acidity than Robusta, or and also I just have one question. When it comes to
Hmm.
for the caffeine content of the two, which has more caffeine, Arabica or Robusta?
Robusta will have more caffeine than Arabica. It's one of its known mechanisms, especially when it's many predators it has
Mm-hmm.
growing in a lower elevation. There's actually some companies here in the states that are marketing. They're not saying it's robusta, but they're marketing their coffee as uh, more potent regular coffee.
Mm,
So you have a stronger buzz or stronger uh,
touch.
caffeine intake than regular coffee, and that's because they're using robusta.
I see. Okay. Sorry. Guys, you can ask any questions, guys. Don't be shy. You can type in your questions or yeah, turn on your mic. Go on.
And then lately they've been doing a lot more stuff on robusta or to make
in
it
the Philippines, yeah, there's
taste
more.
better.
There, they for the cafes they use it as a blend,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
either to lower the cost or to bring in more punch.
Mm. Yeah, blended beans are popular right now. I've seen a lot of posts on Facebooks. They really prefer on blended beans, like more on 70% Robusta than 30% Arabica or something something. So yeah, it's really popular these days.
If
yeah,
your
like
cup,
the traditional, say, Italian blend
Mm-hmm.
for espresso.
Mm-hmm.
They normally put 10 to 15% Robusta,
Mm-hmm.
and that gives it not only like a cost saving, but gives a better crema for pulling espresso.
Mm. I see.
yes, true.
Okay. Can you reuse paper filters? Um, no. For me, I'm not reusing it, especially when doing V60s and Aeropress. Cloth filters will do.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah.
recommend it.
Yeah. Hmm. And one more question: Arabica versus Robusta for cold brew. Okay, here's the number one question a lot of people are asking, which is the best beans for making cold brew. Is it Arabica or Robusta or a mix? What do you guys think?
I can't really say like what the best one is. It's definitely more a preference.
Mm-hmm.
I guess if you're a business, you got to figure out if it's what's going to work out better for you for cost wise.
Mm-hmm.
But then you're definitely going to taste the differences when you're uh, robusta.
Mm.
But for cold brew, I think it's better to have because the brewing method is different. It's not using hot water. So
Mhm.
normally, uh, we like it a little bit more body, or you don't light roast it. You make it more medium or medium dark because it's the acids or the organic acids of the coffee can turn out to be sour. So
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, because you don't really extract all of it. Because it's just the natural cold water and put in the ref. So
Yeah.
you have to be
But when you're
careful.
using a robusta for the cold brew, you're really going to get the caffeine.
Yes.
Well, when you're doing cold brew, a lot the misconception that you get twice as much caffeine. Really, it's just like 5% more caffeine than saying doing a regular pour over or brew methods. It's just roughly an extra 5% caffeine than when you're doing a cold brew.
Mm.
Wow.
But with the robusta, since it's already twice as much caffeine than a uh, arabica, you don't need a car anymore. You're going to be running.
Makes sense. Okay.
So reusable
Mhm.
filters for uh, pour overs or in general.
In in Philippines, it's more pour over. But this summer, people like to do the cold brew, and I think some of the baristas, since they're not really back to work 100%,
Mhm.
sometimes they sell their coffee by using the cold brew method. They
Yes.
bottle it and sell it within their neighborhood
It's
or
popular these
friends.
days. Yeah.
Nowadays, you will see,
I know. I know.
you can see it. I'm a roaster
So the
who's inquiring for cold brew coffee. So it was maybe none 3 months ago. Now it's all of them almost cold brew and pour over. So
yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on over here in the states for cold brew, nitro coffee,
yeah,
and there's a lot of people who are doing different stuff now with teas, doing like say nitro teas.
Mhm.
So it's I won't say it's a game changer, but there's a lot. It opens up a lot more doors.
I see. Pros and cons when using filters. For pour overs. Okay, what is
Uh,
the ideal ratio
Pros.
for water to go? Yeah, we can answer that first too, CJ. The pros and cons between paper filters versus the metal filters.
Well, definitely metal filters is gonna cost more,
Mm-hmm.
but in the long run, uh, it'll end up being you're gonna be saving money. But it's also a difference on the body of the coffee as well too.
I see.
But when you're using a paper filter, it definitely filters a little more oils out. Whereas when you're using metal filter, you're gonna have a heavier body um, and a little more pain in the butt to clean too. Mainly, the difference is gonna be the body of the coffee.
Mm-hmm.
So metal filters, you're gonna have a little more uh, solids go through the filter.
All right. Thank you. Okay. We have a question from Hillary. What is the ideal ratio of water to coffee? Does it change for different coffee varieties? What would be the actual? What would be the general ratio when doing pour overs? Like, is it 1 to 15,
For
1 to 16?
Yeah, I think part of it depends on. Well, here's some of the things that I've also noticed too is like uh, what your water is too, like what your TDS is. Total TDS means total dissolved solids,
Mm-hmm.
and like say water that you guys are using, say in the Philippines, is going to be different than what I'm using here in Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
TDS
So
meter.
the water plays an effect on
Kulay
uh,
ko na
the flavor of the coffee. So
picture
when you're
lang.
making adjustments, it's not going to be much adjustments. Uh, but I say a very standard ratio is like 1 to 15 to 1 to 16
Mm-hmm. And again,
coffee or change the grind.
yeah, and also you guys should try to experiment. Like, we all have our own taste buds and we all have our own preferences. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
don't be scared to try different ratios as well. If what suits you, then that's it. But for
Yeah.
me,
Then for the
I'm
cold
using
brew,
a 1 to 15 ratio. That's my general.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Then for cold brew, that kind of depends on the method that you're doing. I'd say it can go anywhere from 1 to 1 to a 1 to 5 ratio. Um, I'd say it depends if you're doing it room temperature
Mm-hmm.
or if you're doing it inside your fridge or your ref. You know, I prefer uh, doing the cold brew inside the ref. It it keeps the pH levels lower,
Mm-hmm.
and it lasts a little bit longer too. Say doing it out, leaving say your French press overnight on your counter.
Great. Welcome, Hillary. Okay. And yeah, speaking of cold brew, Siege, um, what would be because a lot of our members were actually trying to to make their own cold brew at their homes. What would be the best um, tips for beginners on how to make their cold brew? Could they start with French press first, or like they can go in with
Yeah,
they can go in with the big mason jars or something?
I mean, there's I'd say I think French press is a little more. It's pretty common.
Mm-hmm.
I think a lot of people have French press.
Yeah.
You can always start with that. Normally, when you're doing, say, the French press, at least you already have the built-in filter to
Yeah.
help you out.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd say start uh, experiment the with the French press by starting a 8 hour brew, then trying to do a 12 hour, and then see how you like it with a 24 hour.
Okay.
And then one of the things that's people are doing too is in the middle of it, they're doing agitation.
Mm-hmm.
So they would either after so many hours, they would take the cap off and give it a little stir,
Mm-hmm.
and that helps extract more flavors out in less time.
I see.
So that's one thing to try out. There's like other questions that came up for cold brew.
Okay.
The one of the other ones that's are you guys familiar with flash brew as well too?
Nope.
Yes.
Yep. What's that? Can you? Was that flash brew?
So yeah, so we call it flash brew.
Mm-hmm.
So you're using uh, hot water.
Mm-hmm.
You're basically making a pour over, but you're using ice. So one of the benefits when you're using hot water is you're extracting more some of the delicate flavors of the coffee that you're not going to get when you're doing a cold brew.
Mm. Flash brew.
Yeah. So say for instance, if you're using 400 mil of water,
Mm-hmm.
you would put in 200 mil of ice. Then you would pour 200 mil over uh, your pour over, and the ice will act as the remainder of the water that you need to brew.
Much more. Okay.
I see.
So that's a faster way. The fastest way to make cold coffee is a flash brew.
Flash brew. From the name itself, flash.
Uh,
I see. I see.
Japanese Japanese ice coffee. Is that the one they also call it? It's the same.
Yeah, they call it Japanese. Yeah, and then one that I really like is the Kyoto style coffee. But a lot of the times, what you run into is uh, when you're doing the cold brew. Uh, since especially when you're doing it, like say the French press, and you're leaving it out on the open, you know, room temperature,
Mm-hmm.
there's more chances for mold and bacteria to
Yes.
grow if you're not careful. So especially if you have it around for a couple of days and you haven't put it in the ref yet, it's bad. You know, I always recommend people to
True, true.
brew it
True.
in their ref.
Yes. And what would be the average steep time
Yes.
if you're going to put it in your fridge? At least 24 hours
Start.
or?
I'd say start with 8 hours first.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah, I'd say start with 8 hours first and see how you like that. Uh, how you like that.
Mm-hmm.
If it's too light for you, then go to 12 hours. And then once you go 24 hours, it's definitely more concentrated.
Mm-hmm.
So you'll have to like cut it with some water. You have to dilute it.
Okay. Okay. What else? Drip versus immersion method for cold brew. Uh, I haven't tried the drip method for making cold brew.
So the coffee's going to taste different. Um, so say for instance like the Kyoto drip style, right?
Mm-hmm.
Uh, coffee tends to have more like a you guys drink whiskey or
Yeah.
it's gonna
Mm-hmm.
have more kind of like a whiskey body.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, uh, Definitely a little more on the liquid side. It's a nice treat. You really have to like uh, watch the drip on that one. You definitely want to do more like about a drip, one drip per second when you're doing the drip method.
Mm.
And so while you're doing that, you have to like go back to it and pay attention if you need to make an adjustment. After 2 3 hours because there's less water, so it's going to drip uh, differently.
Okay. Is mocha pot okay for making cold brew? Mocha pot. I haven't tried that though.
Mm,
I haven't tried that either.
Yeah.
first time to hear that.
I haven't tried that.
I
Mocha
mean,
pot.
How do you do that? Do you mean after they make the brew the coffee in the mocha pot, they pour it on ice?
Or maybe they just put it in the fridge as is. I don't know. That's a good experiment, Angela.
I mean,
Yeah.
I guess you can use a mocha pot. You just need to make sure that you strain the filter out the coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Either using like a cheesecloth or I say experiment with your grinds too.
Mm-hmm.
Normally, when you're doing immersion, you definitely want coarser grinds like your French press.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so let me just take down notes here. Grind size. How long can you leave it? Yeah, yeah, you'll start with 8 hours first, according to Siege. Then from there, you can adjust from 8 to 12. Depends on your taste. Oh, okay. Experiment. How
How long?
long can you store your cold brew?
Uh, safe to say it's like 1 week. I mean, you can push 2 weeks, um, but I'd say let's make enough that uh, lasts you for about a week.
Mm-hmm.
5 days for me. It's all gone.
So you can
Yeah,
sell it after 5 days. Let it cool
I
down
like
first
it. So
before
you
I put it in the fridge.
so you make only 1 liter or 1.2 liter. How much is that in a day? If you drink 2 cups
Mm-hmm.
or 2 glasses, that's half of it.
yeah, yeah. Oh, in
It's
a
easy to make.
commercial setting,
It's 12 hours. You do it in the morning, drink it in the evening, in the morning, you have to do it again. It's easy.
yeah,
You just put it in your rep,
set it and forget it.
forget it. Sometimes I forget it. Huh?
Well, I'd say,
Beyond 24 hours. Oh, I have
yeah,
a cold brew.
Crazy.
I put
in some commercial settings, what they would do is uh, they add a little nitrogen gas on the top of
yeah.
the space between the coffee and the lid. Uh, Nitrogen helps it last a lot longer, so it can go longer than 2 weeks.
2 weeks
That's
max. Mm-hmm.
that's extra cost and whatnot. Yeah, not everyone has access to nitrogen gas.
Correct. I'll let it cool down first before I put it. Okay. For like how many minutes before you put in the fridge, Angela? Like a minute for your cool down after you use mocha pot?
So it sounds like she actually makes a hot mocha pot.
Mm. 1 hour. Okay. It has to be cooled down. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What else, guys?
Well, cold brew's actually been around longer than most people think. It's not anything new. So
Arabica.
on the record, it technically has been around since the 1600s. It's the earliest record they have.
Wow.
1600s. It's probably been around longer than that.
Wow.
Yeah. So a little history of the cold brew is started with the Dutch traders.
Mm-hmm.
So you have these Dutch traders that go around the world, and of course they're bringing some coffee with them.
Mm-hmm.
So they started doing cold brew. for these long voyages. So all they would do is uh, they wanted coffee, they just heat up water,
Mm-hmm.
and cold brew is more like a concentrate.
The one.
So they just add a little hot water to their cold brew, and then they have a cup of coffee. Then it became popular uh, Japan around the 1600s,
Mm-hmm.
and in Japan back then they had the in Kyoto they were doing the cold cold tea, like
Mm-hmm.
brewing cold tea. So they decided to try it
Minute ba?
with the coffee. So that's how you ended up with the Kyoto drip coffee.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just small history on the cold brew.
Nice.
So
Okay.
that's why they also call it Dutch drip. Is it? Something like that.
Dutch, something like that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Dutch drip. That link for the Dutch traders.
Have you guys tried using Toddy or any other system for making cold brew? Does it give cleaner brews, or it's just the same when you use French press, mason jar, and filter? I've tried using French press and the mason jar, but for me, I preferred the mason jar. I don't know. Like I said, we all have our own preferences, but yeah, I'd stick with my mason jar recipe.
Yeah, Melvin, I've used the toddy, like the smallest one you can get. Uh, it's definitely it's a little more intricate almost than a French press because there's uh, filters that you have to maintain and keep it wet. No one wants to let that sit out and dry. You kind of have to put it in the fridge in like a plastic bag with water with a toddy system. Yeah, yeah, it's a cleaner brew. Um, it drains really well when you do it right. Whereas in like the French press, I mean, you still have to get some of the grit.
Yes. Normally, if you do a French press, you filter it on a B60
300.
if you like.
Is 35 grams to 300 ml good ratio for cold brew? Um,
Unless you want the extra little buzz.
if it is good for you, Dion, if the taste is good for you and actually you could consider this a good ratio, you'll be your own judge when you make your own ratio. But 35 grams to 300 ml of water, yeah, just right. I mean, there is no good or bad ratio when doing your own coffee, as long as
Yeah,
it is good for
try
you.
some
Mm-hmm.
show and give that a shot.
Yeah. Any coffee hacks that you could share, CJ? Like at least two or three coffee hacks.
Coffee hacks.
Mm-hmm.
Any like
Any coffee
or
hacks. Mm-hmm.
any coffee hacks?
Yep.
Uh, well, I guess one old hack is if you feel your coffee is a little too bitter when you're drinking it, just add just a slight amount of salt, and it won't be as bitter.
Nice. I didn't know that. I'll try that later. Like a pinch
Yeah,
will do
if
it.
you have a
Yeah.
bitter coffee,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
yeah, just a slight pinch.
Noted. I like that. What else? What else?
Another hack, say
Yep.
for instance, since we're on cold brew, if you can always add hot water to make it uh, into a hot cup of coffee. Changes the flavor,
Mm-hmm.
But I've done that before in the pinch where you know
Mm-hmm.
I didn't want to get anything really dirty, so I just threw a cold brew in a cup and added hot water and went out the door. You could use the cold brew for a lot of stuff. So, uh, well, put it over ice cream.
Yeah,
So
that will do.
there's a lot of stuff you can do with the cold brew.
And also, you guys should try the if you have some ice, what do you call this? I tried making ice coffee cubes. Have you guys done that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've used a French press method and then put it on the ice cube makers, and then you just pour it on your milk. I tried that; it's good. What else?
Lyndon, can you make cold brew with your Aeropress?
Yes, put a bottle of water, ice cold water.
Oh, Lyndon got disconnected. Okay. Any more questions, guys, regarding about Arabica and Robusta? We'll get into Aeropress in a bit. Around 2.5, I think, Angela. You could check on Lazada or Shopee. Cold brew. What would be the perfect recipe for cold brew, CJ? If you're going to use the French press,
Hmm.
like um,
For the French press. Well, typically like uh, I'm doing the French press. I like since it's a lot smaller than what I normally would use. I like to make it into a concentrate.
mhm,
So I like to sit it uh, uh, like a 1 to 5 ratio, and then let it sit for 24 hours in my fridge. So I try to max out what I can, so that way
mhm,
it lasts longer.
I see. Is it required to stir for French press, or it's not necessary to stir before you
Cold brew.
plunge it? Yeah, before you plunge it, do you actually stir before plunging it, or
So
you don't have to?
well, when I'm doing the French press, uh, when I okay, well, here's what I do when I do the French press. Like after I add the coffee in,
Mm-hmm.
add uh, uh, so if I put down, I normally I put it on the scale.
Mm-hmm.
If I put down a 50 grams of coffee in, I'll put down initially like 50 grams to 75 grams of water and really like uh, get it all wet and
Mm-hmm.
mix it around, and then I put the remaining
I see.
water I need into the French press.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then normally what I would do is, if I remember, open it up, do just a quick stir,
Mm-hmm.
like take my spoon and stir it up like 2 3 times, and then put it back in the ref and just let it sit.
Nice.
And that, if I remember that, it
Mm.
cuts my brew time by a couple hours, so I don't have to do 24 hours. So it'll be like 18 hours.
I see. What's the best container in storing ground coffee beans? We said it loses the taste if you put it in the wrong vessel. I'm using
Uh,
what would be the best storage for you, CJ? Like I'm just using a simple jar, stored in a room temp, and try to avoid
something
sunlight as
that
much as
to
possible. Mm-hmm.
something that has like the vacuum seal. Like you can remove the air out of it.
Mm-hmm.
It's better. But something that's uh, even like a mason jar would be good. Yeah, you definitely don't want to put it in just like a regular Ziploc bag.
Mm-hmm.
That plastic kind of off flavors into the ground coffee. And you want to be mindful on where you store it. So you don't want to store it next to a banana or anything like that, unless you want the taste of banana in your coffee.
Mm-hmm.
But just be mindful on where you store it.
Great. Welcome, Joel. Welcome. Okay, what else? Roast. Can you tell us about the roast? Light, medium, dark?
When doing
Some,
cold brew,
yeah, just
or just in general.
yeah, try to differentiate them, CJ. Which is more better for cold brew, which is more better for doing this certain kind of methods or anything.
Uh, that's gonna be a little more like taste preference.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if you do that, like uh, say I don't know, say a Colombian coffee. If you roast it light, you're gonna get more fruity and floral notes.
Mm-hmm.
Medium, you start losing some of that fruity and floral notes, but you gain a little more uh, uh, caramel notes. If you go like medium, a little more, a little longer on the medium, you start developing a nice caramel notes to it. And then, of course, when you go dark, you start getting more of a chocolate notes really come out. But then you start gaining more uh, stuff like a little ashy, a little smoky taste to it. Sometimes a little rubbery.
Mm-hmm.
So it just really depends on what you're trying to go for and what flavors you're trying to go for. Also, when you're using dark roast, you have to use more coffee. Uh, uh, Fill up that weight.
Okay. Any more questions, guys? So for light, you can use less coffee.
Yeah, but you'll get a little more acidity in the light roast. That depends if you like that in your cold brews. But then again, sometimes depending on the coffee, if I get like a acidity, especially when I'm doing the cold brew, sometimes I add it to my lemonade.
Mm-hmm. Where does the sourness of coffee come from?
Sourness. Uh, Sometimes that can come from the way you brew. So it can be if you're not timing it. Well, say for instance you're brewing and uh, you're doing a pour over and you finish in less than like say 2 minutes. you can get some sourness out of that coffee.
Tapos may dalawang cup. Dali mo dito yan.
Okay, so any more questions before we proceed to our Aeropress? Actually, we are going to have a part two tomorrow for this episode. So, yeah. Any trusted local coffee bean shops? I recently tried one, but the grind size doesn't seem consistent. Um, where are you located, Melvin? May I ask? Oh, QC. I'm from QZ as well. I can give you a list if you want for the beans. But try to go for Crescendo Coffee from Master Lyndon. Actually, he's located in Laguna, but they do shipping as well naman. Korean Crescendo Coffee, and also for consistency naman, go for Blue Wonder Roastery. It's in Pasig. They also sell single origin beans there if you want to try different kinds of beans. And what else? EDSA BDG, of course. Um, in near Green Hills, Melvin. Try to drop by or check their Facebook page. Welcome, welcome. Okay, so I think Master Lyndon is ready for our AeroPress session. But before we start again, thank you, CJ. We will have our part two again tomorrow.
No
And
problem, guys.
yeah, we're going to have. Actually, I'm going to list a lot of questions for you, CJ, for tomorrow. So yeah, it's a question and answer portion tomorrow again for this episode. Okay, thanks, CJ. Okay,
Got it.
okay, it's AeroPress time. Wait, let me just get. Thanks, CJ. Okay.
Bye,
Um,
CJ.
for okay, guys, for the AeroPress, Master Lyndon would be in charge. So, Lyndon, tell us something about yourself first before we start.
So I'm Lyndon Rolubit. I'm here in Laguna Bay,
Represent.
Laguna province.
Okay.
And I roast coffee and sell them in Metro Manila or within Laguna, Batangas, Muntinlupa, Cavite.
Mhm.
So the coffee reaches CDO, Davao, Baguio, but some of them are my friends now, regular clients. So that's the good thing. And then I started coffee, well, officially 2024, but I drink coffee at home. So my mother is from Batangas, so somehow we are exposed to the Barako
Mhm.
coffee,
Correct, correct.
especially if we go fiesta. But for the coffee, my previous boss was a German and a Filipino, and they like to go to Italian restaurants where we are filled with espresso-based coffee. And then my boss wants to buy Scona coffee, Jamaican coffee, and
Mhm.
brew it at the office. Then eventually he let me train in Proba at Germany, where I start selling coffee roasters back
Mhm.
2005. So from there on, my coffee journey grew, and now I'm a licensed certified tea grader
Nice, nice,
and
nice.
master roaster, they say. So But I helped EDSA BGC to start up their Gizen 15 kilos coffee roasters of Gourmet, Figaro, the small roaster of Boss Coffee, what else? I forgot. And many others. So I'm also a Centon Centon Coffee Flavorist level 1. So it's a sensory course.
Mhm.
And the teacher was partly Raul.
Master
So
Raul.
he's there with coffee school in Mandaluyong.
Mhm.
So I was the second batch. The first batch was master brewing.
I'm sorry to cut you, Lyndon. Yeah, yeah, that's a good. I just want to. Uh, I noticed your grinder. Is that the Comandante hand grinder? There you go. Okay, we'll tackle that later. Okay, so
No,
Lyndon.
no, no, the judge. I was cooking first on that cup. So I tasted all
Okay,
my 60
so
90
are
cups.
you willing to give that away to our guests, to our viewers? Joke lang.
Type a sticker.
Giveaway yan, giveaway. De, joke lang. So, Lyndon, again, when did you start brewing? Like, who's your influence when it comes to brewing coffee? Like, of course, your parents would be number one when it comes to coffee. Hmm.
The one thing I remember was that my German boss they always make coffee in the office
Mm-mm.
and put the cup, the spoon on the cappuccino should not sink. And
Mm-hmm.
then brewing. Before I brew pour over on my normal coffee maker because the coffee maker I found they heat up the water a little bit low.
Mm-hmm.
So I use the I'll get it's a show.
Okay. Okay, that's Master Lyndon.
Now use the brewer, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you put the filter, right?
Okay.
And then the coffee. So if you take away the craft, the water don't uh the brewing is stop. So if you put this one, it start pouring the water out. So it's like the Chemex, the Chemex. So you put
Yeah.
the filter,
Mm-hmm.
okay, so you pre-wet it, put it out, you put the beans, the grinded beans.
Mm-hmm.
I pour my water, I mix it
Mm-hmm.
for I don't know, I don't time it before, but just see it's mixed like 6 seconds. Then I let it sit for 1 minute, 1.5.
Mm-hmm.
Then put my server. So
Nice.
that was my coffee hack before because you cannot buy V60 before,
Mm-hmm.
no, or I used to do a lot of siphon. So
Mm-hmm. There you
I don't
go.
use it.
Yeah.
Afraid.
We might discuss the other brewing methods some other time. But for now, we are going to tackle AeroPress.
Yeah.
And
But I will show you a trick wherein you can imitate the siphon
yan.
in the aeroplanes.
Wow, siphon using AeroPress. Okay, that would be fun. Okay, first, let's start with the history of AeroPress. I mean, according to Wikipedia, guys, let me just share this to you. AeroPress was invented in 2005 by the company Aerobee. The president would be Alan Adler. So 2005 pa lang pala na invent yung AeroPress, and the filters that are used is either paper filters or dish-shaped thin metal filters. So, AeroPress, is it popular here in the Philippines, Lyndon? 'Di ba parang I think there was a competition before, the Aeropress competition, right?
Yeah, I think
Mm.
already since 2015. I think there's a Filipina from Habitual Coffee.
Mm.
She became third placer at the World Aeropress.
Wow.
Aeropress, I think 16. I'm not sure what was the year. But if
Mhm.
you go to Habitual Coffee in Makati,
Mm.
in Legazpi,
Mhm.
you will see coffee. So you can search that Filipina in the World Aeropress Championship. That's great. You know?
Okay. And a lot of people, parang I've been meeting a lot of new people, way back, and they've been asking which is better. Is it the Aeropress or the French press? Which do you prefer, Lyndon? Which is better for you?
I think with the AeroPress is actually when they invented it, the
Hmm.
owner wants to make a simple way to make espresso. So it's not
Okay, so that's why
too
they made it. Okay. Hmm.
doing. So, but with the AeroPress, you can use. I don't have the metal filter. I have not ordered that one.
The fellow
But
Prismo.
if you
Yeah, I
want,
do have that one. Okay.
then you can use a water filter, right? Paper filter. So last time there was a question if you can use two. It's possible. Some baristas use that, but I don't like. But that's preference. But if you want to put two filters, it may like be like a Chemex
Mm-hmm.
tasting. That's the versatility of AeroPress. So you can make it like a French press or a pour over. Then later I will show. Feels like a siphon, but it's not really a siphon. Well, it's
Nice,
not
nice,
really.
nice. Yeah, let me just show you guys the fellow Prismo filter. This is what it looks like. Yeah, and this one. Okay, so that's the fellow Prismo. Okay, going back to Lyndon. Uh, okay, so number one question would be the grind size for AeroPress. What would be the grind size if you're going to use the AeroPress method?
So there first before we go that to the grind
Hmm.
size. The grind size is you can do fine,
Mm-hmm.
medium, and coarse. So why do I say that?
Mm-hmm.
So it depending on your recipe. Now if I'll make a normal brew, like the standard way of brewing,
Mm-hmm.
the AeroPress when originally invented, it's like it's like a big uh, injection needle, injection.
Yeah.
As you
Mm.
call that. So the normal way is you don't invert it. Most of the competition they use the inverted. So
Mm-hmm.
the normal way is like that. You put the filter on, the water paper filter.
Mm-hmm.
You wet it, set it, plump it, put your beans. So while we're doing that, I will grind.
There you
I will
go.
grind coffee.
Yeah. Right.
So
Mm-hmm.
so now I will make a coffee using the normal way, like a pour over. So
Mm-hmm.
my grind set is medium fine. So on the aeropre and the comandante is like 23 clicks.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like sugar fineness. So in that way, I will try to imitate how you do the normal way,
Okay.
the normal pour over. So
Mm-hmm.
that's finer. But if it's coarser, the reason they do coarse is they don't want the bitterness
Mm-hmm.
of the coffee. So they only want only to get extract the sweet, the organic acid. So they coarse grind it.
Mm-hmm.
So in that way, you they trick it. You do it the bypass. So I'll show later to explain
Go
it.
ahead, master.
I hope it's clear. If you have question, let us know because I don't read the chat.
Okay, I will do that for you,
I don't
master.
see the chat.
I will do that for you. Okay, before we proceed to the
Or
next step.
the taste of
Okay, question and answer portion muna. Anyone? Would you recommend Aeropress for beginners, Master? Is it easy to use ba?
uh, I'll say better use the pour over. But if it's
I would like so for
uh,
the transition, you're suggesting that to start with pour over first and then go to Aeropress, correct?
yeah,
Like mukha nga siyang advanced level kung titingnan nyo guys. Yeah.
but I know some guys they buy the Aeropress
Mm-hmm.
than the pour over. Maybe they're more used to the French press, so that's
Oh, I see.
their
Gets.
feeling about it. So
Mm-hmm. Gets.
because if you put a filter,
Mm-hmm.
more like an air, right? Instead of the paper filter, if you use a metal filter like Abel's,
Mm-hmm.
then it's a clean like airpress. But you have more oils, so my body
Mm.
will not feel that could be.
So, naka-pre-wet yung filter mo, Master, no? Basa na siya.
Well, I think now, but normally, if you don't want to put, you can make a new one.
Okay, so
So
is it necessary ba to pre-wet the filters or
I don't think so because this is white and tasteless, but you
okay,
can
so it
have
doesn't
it coming from the forward way of doing it.
I see.
So I don't mind to do that
So it
too.
doesn't matter. Okay, so Veronica has a question. So the coarser the grind, is it less bitter if you're gonna use coarse grind for AeroPress?
No, if for the coarse grind, I sure know.
Mm-hmm.
If I'll do the coarse grind, I will not do the normal roll. I do the inverted.
Okay.
You know, so, so you will this become your mat or your vessel to
Mm-hmm.
hold the coffee and water. So you insert the plunger in
Mm-hmm.
at the bottom when it's normally that, and then push the water to give pressure. This one is you put the pre-place the plunger in,
Mm-hmm.
place the coffee, brew it there, and let it steep like a French press.
Okay.
Therefore, you can make a coarse grind. Then, after you have bloom it or you have steep it for 1 minute or one
Mm-hmm.
and a half minute, then you can let it.
Okay, so that's the reverse method. Okay.
Yeah, the inverted, the most famous one.
Okay, yeah, Chris got one question too. How many clicks for Comandante? Like, yeah, I haven't actually used Comandante. Can you like show us? Wow.
It's so so there's a zero position,
Mm-hmm.
so you can hardly move it. So
Mm-hmm.
there's a the holder or the way you adjust the grind size.
Mm-hmm.
So you hold it. I learned it from Joe, the first Aeropress, the first Comandante Cup champion in the world. So
Ah, okay.
you do as a so one round,
Mm-hmm.
12,
Mm-hmm.
24. Just click back, then it's 23 or 22. So I don't know how many, but I do only for this can grind uh, espresso coffee, So if I go to a coffee shop and we want to test some coffee,
Mm.
instead of
Using the
grinding it
regular
like
binder. Yep.
so we just put like 20 grams or 18 grams and try to find the right setting like
Mm-hmm.
11 clicks, 14 clicks, 16 clicks
Mm-hmm.
and try to calibrate the coffee. So
Mm-hmm.
instead of removing all his coffee beans, so we
Correct,
just
correct.
test
Mm-hmm.
on the Comandante.
Mm-hmm.
the beauty of this. And then there's also an auction. You can buy it at the bulk PH, also where Master Raul
Mm-hmm.
is a. They sell the red clicks. So the red clicks, it gives keeps the 100% more.
Mm-hmm.
So now if you say I say 20 clicks, there's 20.5 clicks, then 21 click,
And
21.5. So
so forth. Okay.
yeah, so but I have not bought that option. Maybe it's only
Yeah.
3.5. 3.5. I don't know. I don't check.
Price doesn't matter. Okay, so yeah, I think yeah we should proceed on the next step, Master. What would be the
So
next step? Mm-hmm.
so I will demonstrate how to make the normal way of making coffee in an Aeropress. So
Okay.
this
Mm-hmm.
one, we limit it somehow
Mm-hmm.
the pour over method. So if you know the wave, the Kalita wave,
Mm-hmm.
maybe it's similar. So it's the wave is like this.
Mm-hmm.
This one ceramic. Also, I have a metal, but sometimes I'm lazy. The B60 and the wave
Mm-hmm.
is my way of doing coffee. But with this pandemic, sometimes I return to French press. God, it's here in my house.
Mm-mm. True,
Okay,
true.
now let's do the first step. So I measured 14 grams. So the recipe will be like this: 14. Okay, the recipe of our first brew on the Aeropress is 14.2 grams on a 200 ml water.
Mm-hmm.
So here I set my coffee heat at 89. But why do I say 14.5? The ratio is 1 is to 14. So if
Mm-hmm.
you calculate that, 1 is to 14 is around 14.5 grams of coffee,
Mm-hmm.
and then 200 ml of water. So I'll grind my coffee. The water is up. So I'll put my cup underneath the AeroPress. Put it in my server or whatever you like.
Mm-hmm.
You can use the glass Hario or Kalita servers, but I want to be safe.
Mahirap na ba mabasag?
Glasswares.
Grabe, I love the sound when using manual grinders. Hmm.
Comandante. This is one of the top grinders
Mm-hmm.
in the 100, and it's signed by Joe.
Wow.
So if you check my FB page, it's on one of my highlights.
Sige, we'll check that out.
So
Mm.
I saw also Jerby. Jerby was about auto exec, the auto from auto exec. My friend. Okay, so I'm still grinding for exercise.
How would you
But
know?
later,
How would you know when to stop grinding, Lyndon? Pag pagod ka na.
so if you finish all your beans, still you cannot do like that. Yeah, see, still something holding.
Okay, gets,
So if
gets. Mm-hmm.
you feel there's no force or resistance,
Mm-hmm. Oh,
you
you
still
could
do
do
that.
that. Then that's it. You're done.
That's it. You're done.
Okay.
There's no coffee.
Mm-hmm.
All in your, what do you call that? Okay, now I preheat. We wet my. Oh, what's happened?
What's the temperature pala, Lyndon, for your water?
I will use 89.
Okay.
I like 82, but I 92, but it stops at 89. So I don't want to preheat my water. That's the problem. So now I pre-wet again,
Mm-hmm.
but the purpose is to heat up your server
Mm-hmm.
in anything. So why do you do that? You want your container to be also heated up. If you don't do that, once you pour water in your coffee, it immediately absorbs the heat
Drops
of
down.
your
Yep.
coffee.
Mm-hmm.
You know that.
Yep. We always
I put
pre-infuse.
where? Do you see my where?
There you
I have
go.
put it.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, I don't know if you can see it.
Yan, yan,
You
yan.
see?
Master. Yep. Clear, clear, clear.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So also the Aeropress comes with a panel,
Mm-hmm.
so just not to spill your coffee.
Mm-hmm.
So I have 14.7. I said 14.2. So the beauty with the Aeropress is it's with the panel,
Mm-hmm.
hook,
Mm-hmm.
and a steer, but I don't like to use that.
Mm-hmm.
I will use the one I use for making siphon coffee.
Nice.
So, okay, so then after you pour your coffee, you try to level it,
Mm-hmm.
with coffee, like that. Why do you want to do that? To avoid foaming.
Mm.
So watch carefully. I will do some trick here. Why do I
Yan,
do that?
yan. Tricks, tricks. Go. Mm-hmm.
It's okay. So now I will bloom the coffee.
Mm-hmm.
Start the timer. So I pour 60. I like 60.
Mm-hmm.
Then stir it and bloom it for 30 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
So what I do, I put the lid on, then pull it up. Why do I pull it up? So there's no drip
Mm.
somehow. So because there's a suction
Mm.
effect. So then after that, I remove it and put my 200 ml and circle it.
Nice.
Oh, I pour it too much. Then press it,
Mm-hmm.
then stop it. So when you put the plunger, it stops the drip.
Mm. Okay.
There is immersion. So around 1 minute, I let it steep for another 30 seconds. So by 1:30, I can plunge the plunger. See?
So what would be the average brewing time for
Normally
espresso?
1 minute and a half to 2:30. It's depend on the brew
Okay.
the guys.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, I can stir it again. One, two, three, four, five. Put it back and remove myself from the weigher, or else I will destroy my weigher. So I plunge
Mm-hmm.
the plunger around 145.
Mm-hmm.
So you hear that his sounds. So if you do that, you will hear a hiss sound.
Mm-hmm.
Means you need to stop.
Mm-hmm.
Liquid.
So you don't plunge it all the way, no?
Yeah, but
Mm.
it's a don't mind. Sometimes it's become a hobby.
Mm-hmm.
Coffee is good. You will not taste something bitter. So what? So to I can plunge it more.
Mm-hmm.
You hear that? Why? Then I remove the cup, remove the filter,
Mm-hmm.
and
Nice.
There's the kick.
Parang may puck. Parang nag-pull shot ka lang sa ano, sa
And
portafilter. Nice, nice.
so it's easy to clean.
Galing, galing, galing.
So I have a cup here because I will be messing around, but in
Mm.
your kitchen sink you can clean it.
Mm.
See? So it's easy.
And it's easier to clean. Okay.
Yeah, it's clean inside.
Mm-hmm.
But you need to clean it really. I don't like it you leave it unclean by soap and then cold
Mm-hmm.
water. So I steam my coffee, no, meditation, heat up my cup, and serve. So this is my own coffee. It's roasted by
Sarap.
myself.
Mm-hmm. Galing, galing, galing.
It's Bengal, Bengal. So in a matter of 4 minutes, I have served coffee, talk to you how to do it. So you
Nice,
can
nice, nice. Okay, so that would be the manual um method for. But before we proceed to the inverted method, you guys have questions before we proceed to the next one?
Interesting.
Did you use coarse grind, Lyndon?
No,
Or
I use fine grind.
fine? Ah, fine. Yeah, it's fine, Rhea. Mm. Fine grind.
For
Mm-hmm.
sugar, table sugar like,
Mm-hmm.
because then, it's like if you think of French press,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes you skip it around. And here I was done in less than 2 minutes.
Mm.
So normal pour over is 2:30. I'm done in 2:10, 2 minutes. Plus you gentle push it. You don't really push it hard like if you're making express. No, 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 no,
mm.
no.
So yung plunge power sakto lang. And I've seen earlier that you've used your arm, not your hands.
Yeah.
What's the difference? I mean, is it easier to control the pressure when using your arm or
Uh, maybe I really don't find. I just grind it the right way.
mm.
Not too fine, not too coarse. So this is more balanced, more relaxed. Actually,
Mm.
if you go to the YouTube, there is this uh, YouTubers called European Coffee Tip. They made a movie out about the Aeropress. You can rent it in Amazon or I don't know.
Mm.
You can rent it for $5 and watch the movie. But
Mm-hmm.
I always the owner, the
Mm.
inventor, using it.
I haven't tried using my arm. I'll try that later. Let's see. Tingnan natin yung difference when using your hand or your arm. Sige. Nice,
Yeah.
nice.
But
Okay.
Miko's Aeropress is the older version. I think it's the silicone
Mm.
plunger is quite different, so it's harder to push down. But this is the 2017 to 2019 version.
Mm.
You can go to the Aeropress website. There's a
Mm.
history that's seen in Wikipedia.
Mm.
The evolution of the Aeropress.
Aeropress.
Now it's red. No, it's this one is the gold
Mm.
embossed printed.
Mm-hmm.
Then you want to in red. So and also there's Aeropress Go. I have not done it, but it's smaller.
Mm.
I'm getting one. Just asking the Aeropress so distributor in the Philippines, I want to buy a lot. I will sell it.
resell lang.
So this pandemic, a lot of people keep on buying
Totoo yan,
new.
yeah. Correct, correct. Okay, any more questions, guys? I mean, mukha siyang madaling gawin. Like, we've seen Lyndon naman demonstrate and it looks easy. But, um, yeah. I mean, question Lyndon, which is more easier than to use, the inverted one or just the regular one? I mean, for the inverted one, parang babaliktarin mo lang siya, di ba? Then, you actually like, what do you call this? Para ka lang mag-French press when doing the inverted. Like, you stir, and then
Yeah,
before you pour, like, which is more easier and which do you recommend na mas masarap? Does it differ ba? May different ba siya sa
I
lasa?
think for yeah, I think for the normal users, they will recommend uh, inverted because the trick to do that,
Mm-hmm.
to put back, it's a little bit awkward.
Mm.
Actually, even you don't see me, but I feel like it's awkward for me
Yes,
to put
yes,
it
yes.
back.
Looks like. Mm.
So people don't notice it, but for me, it's not always easy because
Mm-hmm.
the other people just but when I if I don't do that, I see there's some grip.
Mm-hmm.
It, but
Mm-hmm.
you know, I don't want to be judgmental how people brew their coffee.
mm.
But if you want to steep it, and then you brew all the coffee at the same time,
Mm-hmm.
then you stop the drip. But if you really want to imitate the pour over,
Mm-hmm.
then don't stop it. You can really just make it like a pour over vessel, but
Mm-hmm.
it's harder to pour on a small funnel or small mouth. It's not. Sometimes you might spill if
mm-hmm.
you're not careful. And it's hot water.
Okay. So, any more questions, guys? Okay. For the last one, Master Lyndon will demonstrate us the inverted one. So, yeah.
Yeah.
The last but not the least.
This is the most popular
Yeah, the most popular
method.
method when using AeroPress, the inverted one.
Even the inventor didn't thought about it. Just the people who
mm.
use it. So, because tamad ako, I will not use
Sige lang, go
pero
ahead.
okay, I'll use the comandante. I was thinking my automatic because I'll do 30 grams.
Okay, 30G tayo ngayon.
30 grams is quite a lot. Or if you want to see the comandante, I'll do it.
mm.
So I'll make 30 grams. So this is Ethiopia Madesa, heirloom, natural.
Sample.
Yeah, I will
Giveaway, giveaway.
I will do it again. So I have some Ethiopia there, but not this one because this is my sample roast.
mm-hmm. Okay.
I can give it away. So I'll make 30 grams.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want on the comandante or the tamad?
Sige, dun tayo sa tamad version, Master.
Sige,
Relax muna sa komandante.
ha? So also the comandante, there's some drawing there.
mm.
You can see the coarser or finer.
Mm.
So
I see. Mm.
it was 22. So not to be wrong, I'll put it back at 0.
Mm-hmm.
Well, 12, 24, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 30 clicks. So here, I pour my 30 grams on the comandante.
mm-hmm.
So there's another trick here.
Okay.
Oh,
Ayun lang.
sorry.
Okay lang. Ika-cut ko yun sa record.
Ulit.
Ulit. Kunyari, hindi natin nakita.
I was so happy with that.
Yon. Perfect.
We also have broken this last vessel.
Mhm.
But be careful.
So, medyo mahal si Komandante.
It's now 15K. You see, Raul, there's 5% discount.
Oo nga eh. May pa-discount si Master eh.
But when I bought it, it was already only 11,500.
Hmm.
So,
Hindi, for me, parang ako, worth it ang Komandante. If I'm going to buy it, I would definitely buy it. It's really
it's one
worth
of
it.
the
Yeah.
grinder,
Hmm.
hand grinder. It's solid metal,
The-
burr, and,
Yeah, plus,
anything.
I love the wood design. It's really
Yeah.
nice.
But next year, if there's a Comandante Cup again, please join. And if you win, you'll have one
Sarap.
Comandante.
Now, I'll just buy it.
It's fun, fit, you will learn a lot.
And I mean, for our anniversary next year, I think there would be a lot of raffle items naman, like the Comandante, the Flair Espresso. Sige, we'll do that, guys. Don't worry.
I don't have the Kino, but I have friends who have Kino. But I like the Comandante.
Mm.
So I will heat up the water.
Mm-hmm.
So I will use the normal, with the inverted, I will use the normal
Mm.
kettle.
Okay.
No heat.
Mm.
No heat. So with the inverted, you can use this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? Here's mine. So before I do, I put up my plunger underneath the other part, the brewing body. So you have to be safe that you make sure that the plunger is quite good inside.
Mm-hmm.
Don't let it just like that. Feel water might hurt yourself. So better put it up a little bit in. So I put it here. Oh no, I don't need this one. So this will be my brewing vessel. So as I grind and heat up the water, so my water is 80 ppm, parts per million TDS. I also have a TDS meter. Check
Wow.
my water. The water in south is to 700 ppm.
Talaga?
Standard allowable brewing water is 250 ppm.
Talaga? 250 ang standard for brewing water? Like, what's the difference if you
Normally,
don't use...
specialty coffee
Mm.
we recommend 70 to 120 ppm.
Mm.
But to not to talk, I don't want to talk. We invite Nico or another friend from Cebu.
Sige. We'll invite Master Miko next time.
I can invite a friend who is a water brewer from
Yan.
Cebu.
Let's focus water for our next episode.
I don't want to talk about that.
May nakapanood ng video ko kanina.
Yes,
Naawa yata
Jerby.
sa akin sa Porlex.
Bakit, Jerby?
So, he said, sabi niya mukha raw hirap na hirap ako sa Porlex. So, sabi niya, papahiramin daw niya ako ng komandante.
Wow! Sponsored.
Pairam lang, as in loan talaga. So, I have to return it in 3 days so that I can experience daw. Ang bayat nga eh.
Wow! Ganun talaga kapag influencer.
Si auto-exec yun eh.
Naawa sa Porlex. Nahihirapan si
Oo,
Jerby.
naawa talaga yung sir.
Not influencer. Okay?
Okay, mukhang nakakapagod din si Komandante, pero it looks fun when using that. Ayan. Check nga natin if it's okay. There you go. Yan,
Yeah.
suabe na. Okay.
I think it can contain up to 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Put the inverted Aeropress. I'll wait for my water. Okay.
Okay, while waiting, are you guys okay?
98 degrees.
Mm-hmm.
So, but why? So, after it, just put it in my weigher. Do you see the weigher? No.
Yep. Baba mo, ante, master. Yan. Okay, clear, clear, clear.
Baka bumuhos.
Yeah.
So, okay. So, I pour 100.
Okay, Lyndon, are you still there? Wait lang, nakat yata si Lyndon. Hi guys, can you still hear me? Okay, so what happened to Lyndon? Is it me or Kaiden? Nag-stop pa yung video niya?
Yeah, nawala siya.
Oh, too bad. Okay, so while waiting, raffle time. Ano pwede nating pa-raffle? Jerby.
Yeah, I have something. Basta ikaw magpili ng game. I mean, ng question.
Okay, sige. Siguro mamigay ulit tayo ng Torani. Madami tayong stocks ng Torani. So, mamigay tayo. Hold on, let me just get.
Hello? Sorry,
Ayun,
what happened?
Master is back. Naputol. Okay lang.
I just, anyway.
Sa pa, grind ka ulit. Komandante ulit. grind. So, joke.
Sayang talaga.
No, joke lang. Okay, where were we?
Pascal.
Hindi, it's okay. So,
No, I can
mm,
brew it again. So, I let it steep for, so I stir it for 6 times. For 6 seconds.
mhm.
Now I cannot steep it longer.
Sige lang, Master. It's okay.
So, I will brew again because we mess up. It was cut and I don't know. It's a coffee. Oh.
Ayan. Grind ka ulit. Grind.
I don't
Hindi, joke lang.
I don't know what cut. You know, some cut. Grind ulit. Sorry.
It's
For
okay,
the hot.
Master. Kahit wag ka na magkomandante. Master, mag-ano ka lang. Auto-grinder ka na lang. Para less of a hassle lang sa'yo.
Nawala eh. Sarado yung
Oh,
lahat eh.
okay lang, okay lang, okay lang. It's okay.
Tapos biglang nag-lock yung phone ko.
It's okay, it's okay.
So I will not use the comandante.
Mm.
Sorry about that, guys.
It's okay.
I don't know what happened. Nalaglag pa nga yung phone ko eh. Kaya so it's Gucci. Gucci Ethiopia.
Ano flavor notes ni Ethiopia, Master?
Jasmine, mga mango,
Oh,
strawberry,
sarap.
orange peel.
Fruity.
Oh, kilala ko yung si Auto Exec. Joseph Auto Exec.
Oo nga, na Jervy mentioned. Hindi na, okay lang ako. Ayun, may white lights pala ako. Raffle time. 4:11. Okay, go, Master.
So, to tell about the Aeropress, what you have to be careful is how you put your pulsa.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure I pre-wet my filter. You make sure you can put the cup on top.
Mm-hmm.
If you plunge it that way,
Mm-hmm.
after you brew your coffee, you cannot.
Gets.
Huh?
Mm.
So you have to be mindful. So again, so I have my coffee grinded,
Mm-hmm.
coarse grind.
Course for inverted.
Burden
Okay,
method.
noted.
So I put 100 ml again.
Mm-hmm.
On 30 grams, right?
Mm-hmm.
Coarse grind. Okay. Start. Put my coffee in. So if you see, that's the way they do the siphon, right?
Mm-hmm.
In the siphon movies, siphon videos. So you stir. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Then let it steep for 45 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
So now it's around 30 seconds now. So I give it another 40 seconds.
Same brewing time, Master. 2 minutes and
Same
30.
brew, 45 seconds
Mm-hmm.
steep time.
Okay.
So before so it will be around 1:15
Mm.
on my time. Before I close the lid, the cup,
Mm-hmm.
I will stir it again. Okay, so there's more extraction. Plus the water was really after boil.
Mm-hmm.
So I stir again. You really have to stir from the bottom. Okay? So you will agitate. Flip it good. You can shake it a bit. Remove your weigher. Another trick I do. I'm patient. So it's around 145 again. I
Mhm.
will plant it. So I put it down. So some people will not like it, but
Yeah, it's your own style.
so at 150 I flip it and
Mhm.
then I just slowly press it down.
Solid. Nice.
You hear the sound?
Mm.
It's stop and then flip. Then put my weigher again. R. So I will do the bypass. Put 100 ml again. So here, so the goal is with the coarse grind, we don't make it bitter.
Mm.
But we under little bit under extract. But with putting hot water
Mm.
again on your cup, it will open up the coffee. So it's tastier to drink. Okay? Always give it a shake. It
Nice.
tastes better. So it's even. Yung Master Miko kaya natutunan. Always see him.
Nag-guess ko si Miko. Next week. Tingnan natin kung free siya.
I'm done.
Okay, there you have it.
So,
The inverted Aeropress.
and then I try to imitate the way they do the siphon.
Mm-hmm.
If you watch some siphon videos on YouTube, you will
Mm-hmm.
see that.
Yeah.
In Japan, they have siphon brewing championships.
Ah, talaga?
Even the size of the steer, they have choices. I don't know.
Ang ganda ng steerer. Wooden steerer. Ganda.
But some people like the plastic.
Mm-hmm. Okay, there you have it, guys. Aeropress. So, you guys have questions for Master Lyndon? Grabe, sarap. Magko-coffee din ako mamaya. I'll try the inverted one using Prismo. Let's see. Let's see what will happen.
So this is what happened to the other coffee. It's a French press now.
Oo. I-cold brew mo na lang siya.
I'll give it to my wife.
Okay, guys. Questions?
Hindi, lagyan mo yung plunger. Tingnan mo dun.
Before we proceed to our raffle time, thank you guys for staying. Congrats to us, 10 people who's in here. Yeah, Master Lyndon yan. From Crescendo Coffee, you guys should follow his page on Facebook and Instagram. That's Crescendo Coffee. Roasted by yours truly, Lyndon. Yeah. If you guys have business page or whatever, you can post in our groups. Could share naman. Oh.
Ganun lang. Half lang. Hop.
And also, um,
Sure.
questions,
I'm done.
guys? Okay. Thanks, Veronica. Veronica is in San Francisco, correct? What time is it there? I think you should sleep na. Thank you. Thank you for your time. Okay. Thanks, Veronica. Okay, so we will have our part 2 tomorrow. And it's just gonna be questions and answers for tomorrow. And I think all of us naman would celebrate Father's Day tomorrow. So I think we'll stream for an hour lang. Or we could do night session after celebrating Father's Day with you guys. So yeah. And yeah, raffle time muna. Okay. For our first raffle, again, another Torani caramel syrup. This is good for your lattes if you want more flavored coffee for your drink. Okay. Question. Um, Sige. Who invented Aeropress? That would be the question. Pwede kayo mag-Google, pabilisan lang mag-type, or I don't know. Who invented Aeropress?
Alan Adler. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oy,
correct,
oy,
correct.
wait lang. Via chat tayo. Pinaka nauna si Rhea. I'm sorry. Oh, there you go, Rhea. Galing, galing. Okay, Rhea, send me your details. And yeah, you won Torani Caramel. So, ano pa pwede pa raffle ni Lyndon? Yan, pati yung pack na yan, pwede. Pwede yung raffle.
I will give one
Ay,
one of
wait lang. Wrong spelling. Wait. What did you spell ba? Oh, shit, single. Oh, it's D. I'm sorry. Akala ko L. Oh my God. Sorry, Rhea. Wait lang. Sino next kay Rhea? Si Errol. Errol.
Okay, wala kayong rule noon na walang voice, ha?
Oo, chat lang.
Di ba, Lyndon? Dinadayan mo yung voice natin na nanalo na wala, ha?
Wala. Di mo kailangan nito, Jerby. Madami ng...
Gatong ako raw mag-sponsor.
Okay, I think Errol won. Correct? Is it Alan Adler? You are
yes.
correct. Eh,
Tapos,
okay. Hindi na kailangan ni Jerby ng Torani. Madaming stock si Jerby ng Torani. I can tell. Congrats, Errol. Where are you located, Errol? Are you near Mandaluyong? Not bad. Okay, we can do that. Send me your details, Errol. Wait lang, may rule tayo dito for raffle. Shipping fee is not included. so you book your Lala Move or Grab or whatsoever. I'll give you my details tomorrow. Pwede natin siya pag-grab tomorrow. So congrats, you won. Torani Caramel. Isa pa, madami pa tayong raffle. I think Jerby has one. Yeah, sorry, Rhea. Or gusto nyo, hati kayo eh. Hatiin na lang natin to. Hatiin natin sa tatlo. Kay Jerby yung isa, kay Rhea, kay Errol. Yan. Tatlo kayo dito.
Bullshit. We will pay the bottles.
Wala, kanya-kanyang ano na lang, grab. Okay, I think Jerby has item to give away. What would that be?
Ikaw mag-question.
Surprise ba? Surprise. Sige. Okay, question.
Sige, sasabihin ko yung price. The price is actually, di ba last time may tatanong, what's a good food item that you can pair with your coffee? So I thought of this. Kasi naman, wala naman akong business na coffee, hindi kagaya nyo. So it was hard for me. And so, naisip ko na mag-giveaway na lang ng Matt's Waffles. So Matt's Waffles is actually
Wow naman.
for everyone's coffee.
Mm-hmm.
The store is in Mandaluyong. So, kung papa-grab nyo, it's gonna be from Mandaluyong lang.
Okay.
I actually live in Antipolo. I'm very far. So, the price is from Mandaluyong. Good luck!
Thanks, Jerby. Okay. So, ayan. Let me think of a question. Sige, a non-coffee related question para may thrill. Okay. In the movie Titanic, ilan ang namatay sa Titanic? joke lang. Medyo mahirap. Um, okay, sige. Ito na lang. Pwedeng voice, pwedeng chat yung answers nyo, okay? So, let me think of a question. Again, the price would be Matt's Waffles, brought to you by Jerby. Thank you so much, Jerby. Okay, this question, hmm. Um, Shucks, ang hirap mag-isip ng question. Okay, ito na lang. Um, Sorry, Jerby. Ngayon talaga. Okay. Um, what do you call an espresso with whipped cream on top? What kind of drink is that? An espresso with whipped cream on top. Nope. Again, espresso is 30 ml. Yun yung recipe niya. 30 ml espresso, then whipped cream on top. What do you call that? Oh, there you go. Melvin got it right. Konpana.
Congrats!
Okay.
You can just message Matt's Waffle. Sabihin mo yung sponsor ni Jerby. Alam na nila yun.
Wow, lakas. Okay, Melvin won. Congrats, Melvin. Nice.
Bayad na yun, no? Kaya kunin nyo na.
Sayang naman. Congrats, Melvin. Okay, what else? Matt's Waffles. They're on Instagram, Melvin. Nice. Okay. And, sining nanalo si Errol kanina. Message mo lang ako, Errol. For your Torani Caramel. Okay. Ano pa kaya pwede nating paraffle? Meron pa ba? Isa pa ba? Master Lyndon, baka may gusto kang paraffle.
Coffee. Coffee bag. One coffee.
1 cup of coffee.
No. One bag of coffee.
Talaga? Seryoso?
Yes.
What kind?
Ilang... panalunin nyo naman ako, no? Hello?
Yeah. Game. Ano yan?
Joke lang.
Ilang grams yan, Master?
250.
Okay. 250G by Crescendo Coffee.
I'll put the label tomorrow. It's supposed to be I'll do that, but I end up not doing it. So
Okay.
it's
For, okay. For your information, Master Lyndon is located in Laguna. So, kamusta naman ang shipping fee?
This is what will I do? If they will tell me their address, if I go to Manila either Wednesday or Thursday within the week.
Pwede.
I'm in Makati or in Pasig or Tigas.
Nice.
Or
Sige.
MTC na lang, or JRS.
Oh yeah, JRS, but it will be 4 days also.
Ganun katagal ang Laguna. Okay.
No, it's fast.
JRS.
No, JNT Express.
JNT Express.
3 to 4 days. It's there.
Okay. For our last item, it would be Lyndon's coffee from Crescendo Coffee at 250G coffee. Ano yan, Master?
Benguet.
Benguet. Oh, Benguet. Wow, solid yan,
Wash with taste of honey, orange peel, black tea.
Wow, wow, wow. Pwede, pwede.
It's nice. It's not a strong
Mm.
coffee. It's
Okay.
flavorful.
Sige. The question would be, for 250 grams of Benguet beans, um,
Question.
ikaw nga magtanong, Master, kahit ano. Total, giveaway mo naman yan. Dali, dali. Game, game.
Okay. Pwede bang maghanap?
Any questions will do.
Ha?
Any questions will do. Kahit hindi coffee related, any will do. Okay, he got cut off again. Anyway, while waiting for Lyndon, thank you guys for coming. Thank you for joining our episode 7 about Aeropress and cold brew and the Arabica versus Robusta beans. And tomorrow, we're going to have our part 2.
Man,
Oh, there you go. Welcome back, Master.
bigla nag-out siguro napipindot ng
Mm.
order eh.
I was telling them my closing spiel na. Pero sige, one last.
One last.
Oo. We have
Where was
Ray.
the first
Okay.
World Aeropress Championship was held? What coffee shop?
Ayan. Ayan. I forgot. Lyndon mentioned it earlier. Oh my God.
It's in Europe. The first Aeropress Championship was held. Where?
Where?
Coffee shop.
First letter daw. First letter.
Letter T.
Letter T.
O sige, multiple choice na lang.
Ayan. 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 First Aeropress Cup
World
Championship. World Cup Championship.
First, A. Choice number A.
Mm.
Letter A.
Choice number 8. Okay, okay.
Collective
Co-
Netherlands.
Coffee Collective Netherlands. B.
E. Team Windelbo.
Tim Wendelbo. Okay.
Norway. 3. Drop Coffee in Sweden.
Drop Coffee in Sweden.
Number 4 in I forgot Starbucks.
Oh, what letter? Oh, giveaway lang yan. Giveaway lang yan.
Giveaway na yung last ha. Choose.
Oh, walang sasagot? Walang sasagot?
Sagot.
Oy, sagot kayo. Ako, oh, B. Letter B.
O sino?
Sino pa?
What's the name? No. Hindi, what's the coffee shop? I mentioned the coffee shop.
Yung ano yun?
Sino? Sige, I'll give it to the one who mentioned the right letter. John Push.
Hindi, joke lang. Hindi ako kasali sa, sa raffle. Ako yan.
Ba't yung isa si Jerby lahat? Tokyo.
Hindi, they didn't heard siguro yung ano. Actually, nagbigay ng choices yun. Ambot.
Naulaan.
Okay, ano ulit yun yung T? Nakalimutan ko, anong coffee shop yun?
A is Netherlands
Oo.
Coffee Collective.
Okay.
B, Team Wildenbo Cafe.
Mm-hmm.
C, Drop Coffee in Sweden.
Mhm.
Number B is Starbucks.
Starbucks Reserve. So, doon tayo sa letter B, yung
Ano?
yung Wimbledon Coffee? Tim Wimbledon Coffee. Okay.
Wala nakahula eh.
Okay. Ito na lang. Last question na before we sign off. Ito na lang. This is an easy question. Okay. So, the final question is, for 250 grams of Benguet coffee from Crescendo, um, what country is the number one supplier of beans? Yun na lang.
Yan, galing.
What would be, what country is the number one? There you go, Jerby. Congratulations, finally.
Weh,
Seryoso, Brazil,
saan
Brazil.
ako galing? Grabe.
Brazil, Brazil, Brazil. Okay, there you go. Jerby got it. Actually, Brazil. Trivia, nag-number one si Philippines before. When it comes to coffee distributor. But before Brazil kasi, nagka-coffee rust sila. That's why nalipat sa atin yung top spot. But then again, nagkaroon din tayo ng pandemic sa coffee, which is coffee rust din. So, bumalik sa Brazil yung pagiging number one. That was way, way back. So, yeah. Again, congrats, Jerby.
Message na lang yung ano niya, address.
Yes, yes.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Message
Master. Thank you, Master Lyndon, Jerby, for the giveaways. And then, that's it. Thank you, guys. Part 2 tomorrow. I hope you guys can join again. We have another raffle tomorrow. Paparaffle ko yung coffee drip ko. I'll show you. Wait lang. Yeah. This one.
Oh,
Yan.
ganda.
Paraffle natin to tomorrow. So, hope you guys can join. This is from Art Energy in Bacolod. I got this in Bacolod.
Last question.
Bukas na to, Jerby.
Last question.
Okay, okay.
Saan makakabili ng cloth filter na ganyan?
Ito, I got this from Bacolod pero I think si Shopee meron. Promise. Feeling ko lang. Pero I'm not really sure kung meron silang sizes. Pero this is a small siya. Small size na cloth filter. Check it, Jerbs. Sa Shopee or Lazada. I'm not really sure though. Welcome, welcome. Okay. And again, congrats to the winners. Thank you.
Mahirap
And
pala dito. Pinig.
dapat makinig eh.
Yan
Oh.
na.
Okay, okay. Again, thank you guys. And for next week episode, this is gonna be fun kasi we're going to do pour overs with the one and only Master Raul. You'll know him next week, so hope you guys can join us. And
A great
a master roaster, a Q grader as well, like Lyndon. And he's gonna be showing us on how to brew with the V60, with the Kalita. Basta more on pour overs and some tips and tricks for beginners as well. Okay.
plus a discount of
Ayan, yan yung gusto ko. Yan. May mga discount si Master Raul.
you buy at the vault.
Ayan, ayan. You should check his page out. Forgot his page. Pero I'll share it sa groups.
Cheap caffeinator.
Yun. Chief Caffeinator. Okay. So yeah, let's call it a day. And happy Father's Day to all your dads out there. And to myself also. I'm a father as well. Happy Father's Day to me. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow. We'll start again by 3 p.m. It's more than a question answer portion na lang regarding this topic. Okay. So are we good, guys? Are we good? Are we good? There you go. Thank you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. And I'm gonna edit this video. I'll upload it on YouTube lang para we have something to look back. Again, thank you, Lyndon. Thank you so much, Master. Thank you, guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace. Bye.